Rare that I do a walk a couple hundred feet high. Normally they're between 100 and 150 feet at most. And because we had to be so high, because the building was high, we had to extend them. We had to use the cable. So you saw a cable coming down 75 feet, then rope. That could have played a role in the fact that that cable was moving so much under my feet. So that stuff we'll go back to the drawing board and look at and make adjustments. This is my beautiful wife, Irendira. This is my son, Amadeus. My daughter, Evita. My beautiful sister, Liana. And my nephew, Gavin. Who is not very happy to be here. Any other? Yes, ma'am. I have already seen the Sailor Circus, the last two productions, and of course I'll go see every production that I'm in town to see, absolutely. Sailor Circus, they do an amazing job. Actually, Pedro Reyes and Dolly Jacobs, their organization just took over Sailor Circus, and they're doing an amazing job with it. And it's been an amazing project, or I'm sorry, amazing schooling all along. Believe it or not, my mom is the Walenda. My father was born in Michigan, but moved here at a young age and studied at Sailor Circus. And that's my great-grandfather Carl would hire people from Sailor Circus to go on the road with him. And actually, my dad reached out to him. I learned recently. I'm writing a book right now that comes out in June. And through the interview process for that, talking to my dad, he actually called my great-grandfather and said, "Hey, I'm looking for a job for the summer. Will you hire me?" He met my mom. They fell in love. And then me and my sister came from that. All because of Sailor Circus. That's right. Anybody else? Yes, Billy Cox. You know what? 900 miles per hour. He asked how strong the wind was. I'm an entertainer, don't forget. You know, I don't really know. It was pretty gusty, though, I have to say. I really don't have any idea. I would say 25 miles per hour, maybe 30. I mean, you saw the basket with Pedro in it whipping around. We were having problems. He couldn't stay stable to get that bouncing ball to me.
I'd say absolutely 25.
Anybody else with questions?
Did you walk with Jack Bostock?
Did I walk with Jack Bostock? No?
The Cristiani brothers.
What's that?
The Cristiani brothers.
I've performed with their family, and of course we know their families well.
I went to school with them, yes.
Anybody else?
Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarasota, for being so supportive of me. One more question back here. I'll take 3 more questions. Yes, sir. When do I plan to retire? That's a great question. You know, my great-grandfather was 73 years old when he was walking between those 2 buildings in Puerto Rico and lost his life. I plan on living a normal life and dying in my bed late, at an older age, alongside of my wife. And I'm thinking around 50 years old is when I'll retire from this. I do a lot of motivational speaking now, and I've kind of branched out to do other things. So I will step away from this and either pass it on to the next generation, or I have cousins that are still performing. So, yes, ma'am. Does my wife watch? She does. She walks, actually, come see Circus Sarasota. She's walking the wire alongside of me. So my wife comes from 8 generations of circus family on one side and 7 generations on the other. Our children have 25 generations of circus blood in them. So will they carry on the tradition? I don't know. Will you? One more question right here.
Does your mother walk?
Does my mother watch? Absolutely. My mother wishes she was up there walking with me, but I'll let her answer that.
I love performing, and yes, I'd like to be up there with him. Actually, I prefer to be up there with him than down watching.
But whenever I do, we actually went back. We had the honor of going back to Puerto Rico and recreating the walk that took my great-grandfather's life. We did that 2 years ago, and we did the walk together, me and my mom, the exact same spot between the exact same buildings, and we walked out. My mom actually did a split on the wire. I knelt down right over the place where he lost his life, blew a kiss up to the sky, walked to her, stepped over her. We both got up and walked in. But I forgot that I was even on the wire because I was so worried about my mom the entire time. Well, thank you again. Thank you, Sarasota. Thank you, Circus Sarasota. We hope to see you there all the way through February 15th. Again, thank you. It's been an honor. More to come. More to come. I'm planning on the next walk here in town, too. Thanks.